It's free to look, so come by and take a look. Actually, I have a new chapbook coming out, published by somebody other than myself for change. Should be available by April 30th, which I know is the next Calling All Poets at McGarry's, but I'm also the feature in Woodstock at a place called Harmony, which is part of the Walk and Roll Cafe, so you can get Chinese food, you can get booze, and you can listen to poetry. It's fantastic. It's like a dream world. And the chapbook is called My Minnesota Boyhood. I'm not from Minnesota. I've never been a boy. But it's just sort of riffing on the idea of this place that doesn't really quite exist. It's crap. I have yet to believe it. So here's the ending, instead of reading the title poem, which I've read 100 times, here's the ending poem called Leaving Minnesota. Rail's the only way to go these days, fast, and yet you can still make out specific faces in the depots, backyards, coffee shops as you speed by. By car, you can stop and start as you please. Deviate for a pretzel and orange Julius at the great mall, or a cup of strong coffee, slice of rhubarb pie at that silver diner on the edge of the highway. Airplanes are efficient, surreal. You board in one part of the country, say, that's filled with frozen lakes and men who insist they make for great fishing, and get off somewhere else, another world where winter's better spent with satellite TV, or writing poems about places you've never seen, green fields and bluebirds you've only heard about on public radio. It's time to get going before reality sets in, before your sentimental journal seeks another sunset, before daylight shows wrinkles in your smooth imagination. Leaving anyway is best, but the leaving is key. Let the memory ripen like a plum on a spring bough. Let blossoms bloom on the untouched branch. Let the lakes melt, boats retake the water, fish begin their life journeys to love, to hook or harbor, their bright summer blush fading in autumn's fast run. Let the fish houses rest, wait for other winters. Let the walleye, as her name might imply, look ahead to the future, one eye on the past. Indigo November twilight, the real freeze that comes before buds burst into one last verse of hope. Published by Post and long strange connection with Albany. Moses parts the tulips. Moses, bronze in the May sun, parts the tulips with a flourish. His rod and staff, it comforts me somehow. Moses, 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 not a bit Charlton Heston, well, maybe the nose. Moses, 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 parting a sea of orange and red, hell frozen over to bloom again in Washington Park, Barbara Neat. I kissed you the other day because my humping heart insisted, trembling go in my chest. I potato chip-toed to get there, trying to pierce your shiny suit once again with my unforked tongue. I feel like Yul Brynner, not a prayer, not a chance. No, the alleluias always go to the babe in the basket, or another state, anyone but me. Go on to your promised land. I may not get there with you. Maybe I'll lose myself in the ocean at Moses' vertiger's toes, swirl down Madison to the first available drain. But don't forget the words I spoke by just moving my lips up your neck. Praises I mouthed into your tin ears, salutations I nibbled into your hollow chest and swabbed onto your staff, your rod, your staff. It comforted me. I never lied to you. Just ask my fingertips, busy weaving baskets of bulrush to ship by grief down the river, leaving my mouth full of pebbles about the whole affair.